Hey everyone, this is Randy again for Jamaica Good Life. A brethren sent me some images of different parts of the banana in is that North Carolina?
No, Virginia.
Virginia. And this store is in Virginia?
Yeah, there are international stores in Virginia that cater to obviously West Indian, but a lot of other immigrants will say, like from Asia, India, that part of the world. And
Mm-hmm.
and obviously there's a demand for the banana product. As a culture in Jamaica, we just eat the banana fruit, right?
Mm-hmm.
In
So
other
so
cultures.
so explain this to me. What's happening here?
So the pictures that I sent you show you the price for the fruit as well as the flower that we cut off and discard typically in Jamaica, as well as the tree, the banana shoot, the tree itself. So the picture indicates to you that for banana in the stores here, it's 49 cents a pound. For the banana flower, it's $2.99 a pound, and the same price for the banana tree, the whole tree. So if you think about it by weight, for example, right? If a banana tree might weigh anywhere from 150, 200 pounds even, or some of them even more than that. The fruit itself, if you export that at, let's say, the price I quoted you at, that they're charging here 49 cents a pound. But I don't know if you can get 50 pound off of a banana plant, but are typically what they might sell it for in Jamaica to export it. But it's 5 times more for the other parts of the plant. So it doesn't make any sense why you'd even export the fruit when you can export the other portion if you have a market for it. So what I'm trying to explain by the pictures I show you is that we're discarding the more valuable part of the plant and exporting the cheapest parts of the plant. So for the farmers in Jamaica, if they can try to find a market or a distributor, on this side, it's 5 times more profitable to sell the other portion of the banana plant.
So you're saying, let me try to type this in.
Hmm.
You're saying the banana tree itself sliced up is $2.99 a pound.
Correct.
I'm gonna try to type this in here for our viewers. And so you're saying we could ship this from Jamaica.
Yes.
Now, do you know how it's prepared?
Most people prepare it like a vegetable. I mean, everything is online nowadays. So if you Google it, you'll find all kind of recipes for it
Got
on
it.
uh, through YouTube. But the same thing for the banana flour. Even the little portion of the banana plant, your little finger them that normally again you just chop that up and discard it.
Mm-hmm.
They sell that as well.
Repeat that?
Let me repeat that. Every portion of the banana plant is edible.
Uh-huh.
Maybe we don't do it in Jamaica, right? Obviously,
Yeah.
but other culture does it. So the point is trying to find a market that you can export it to or send it to, and clearly it's in the grocery stores here.
Or we could
Uh,
just simply start eating this stuff.
well, that's the other, yeah, that's a big cultural gap. But yeah, I mean, we don't see value in certain things. Obviously when the banana ripe and we do the green banana thing, but even in Africa, they eat the like the root of the banana.
Yes.
They make a dish out of that.
Uh-huh. Wow.
So it's a cultural thing.
I think this is interesting. How and have you tried the banana
No.
you you you're selling the idea but you haven't tried it yet?
No, I don't need to because other people are doing it. It's like if somebody,
But
if
no, I
somebody,
wanted you to call and say, bro, man,
it,
I'm
it,
having some banana trunk. with some chicken right now. I wanted that information, bro.
No, 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 no. That's why I say export it. You know, obviously it's a cultural thing. Me never grew up eating that, right? So you won't see me eating that. But the point is, there's a market for it.
Okay, that's what you're saying. You said I'm still typing the prices because this is crazy.
Yes.
This is when did you encounter this?
I mean, this has been going on. It's just some. It's just a matter of one day I'm like, wait a minute, this doesn't even make any sense. But this is readily available, like I say, in the grocery stores here. This is not new.
How much was the banana shoot? Did you get that price? I'm not seeing the price
It's $2.99 a pound.
for both the shoot and
And
the
yes,
and the trunk.
yes,
So the shoot and the trunk is $2.99, and the banana is 49 cents.
exactly. And think of weight, right? Think how much a banana trunk weigh, and somebody's paying three, in effect $3 a pound for that.
Yeah, that's it's kind of crazy, and it's very it's wow. And if you look at the shoot, recent video I saw a man talking about all the banana and using it. Now I'm seeing the actual visual. I've never seen this in Brooklyn before. You know.
Yeah, well, in Brooklyn, they cater mostly to literally West Indian or Jamaican. When you go to the international store in Brooklyn, right?
Yes.
Down here, it's really dispersed. So you have there are some West Indian, obviously, but you have Asian as well.
Mm-hmm.
That make up a large part of the international scene here,
Mm-hmm.
meaning India, and other Asian countries.
Mm-hmm.
So they're catering to them. So that's what's in the grocery stores.
Got it.
And yeah, I spoke to some of them and asked them how they prepare it, and they say, yeah, just like a vegetable.
Makes sense. Makes a lot of sense.
hmm And it's not cheap, obviously. It costs more than the ripe banana.
Wow, bro. So wow. So now,
So
wow.
imagine if you could get a distributor that's the same distributor that export the banana, right? Imagine if they package and export that as well.
Uh huh.
I mean, after a while, again, based on the price, I wouldn't even waste my time exporting banana. If
Well,
there's a demand, if there's enough of a demand for the
well,
rest of the
the
plant.
the fruit will have a different nutritional value.
Yeah, yeah, I don't mean it literally, but
Yeah.
just in terms of price.
So you're
You
looking
know,
at you look.
five times
Yeah. You're
one is
looking at
five.
money, but again, the banana is where the gold is. But all these other parts of the banana, they might have some serious healing properties that we're not privy, we don't know about.
I
And
think the other part of the banana might have more nutritional value than the fruit itself. The fruit does have obviously potassium and iron and all of this because that's what we eat and we know about it, right?
mhm.
But imagine what's in the flour.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I get what you're saying, but again, it's like having a baby with fingernails. Is it the fingernail that's important or the brain? You know, so I think the appendage, the hand of a human being or the brain or the heart. I think I get what you're saying, but the core of the fruit, probably has the value, which stores the sunlight energy more than anything else.
No, it stores the sugar, the energy, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
a lot of again, it depends on what you're looking for in
Yeah.
anything, right? So
But
you don't
what I like here though is the fact that we have discarded a market for centuries,
correct.
and that is an economical blunder on our country's part.
Exactly,
How
and
do
that's
we?
the aspect.
Yeah,
That is the aspect that I'm coming from. Not so much the nutrition.
yeah,
It's just the market itself. How, from a cultural standpoint,
yeah.
it's because this is what we eat.
Mm-hmm.
We don't even look to see if there's a market for the remainder of it.
Yeah,
And and here you are discarding the most valuable part from a marketing standpoint, right? From an
yeah.
economic standpoint. It's like, I don't know. It's like throw eating. It's like, you ever hear Brother Nancy's story about the chicken and the bone, right? We eat the bone and that's where the meat.
But the marrow is where the nutrition is, right?
See, you're getting deep, but yeah, I understand that. But from a before we knew that, right? We always look at the bone. Back in the master day, the part of food that we eat, like the tripe, the foot, the head, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was always discarded,
Yeah,
right? And now we're saying, oh, those are the most nutritional part, or the better part.
yeah,
But
yeah.
the point is, yeah, just generically speaking,
Mm-hmm.
we think that the better part is what we're selling, when in fact, for the rest of the world, the better part is what we're discarding. We'll literally trap it up and use it as mulch.
Yeah. Man, now, how did you find out about JGL and how long you've been following?
I've been following you for probably almost a year now. I started following you before you went to Africa.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
I'm not an active follower,
Mm-hmm.
because that's just my nature. I look at such a wide array of things.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, but I watch you. I really like the positive way you bring things.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the one thing I can say about you is, man, you greedy though.
Eat a lot of food.
Yeah, man. But
I
but
had to lose the weight. I had to
no,
do some fasting. When I left
but
Jamaica, I was a pig.
no matter which part of the world you go, you're about the food.
Even in Africa, I think too, right?
Exactly. Exactly. It's not a negative. In fact, it's a good thing, 'cause that's what kind of bind
The
everybody.
culture.
Yes.
I love, intrigued by food. I've always loved exchanging culture and, that kind of stuff. But yeah,
Yeah.
man,
Yeah, man.
this is
And
very, very intriguing. I'm glad I resurrected my phone to learn about this.
yeah, and you could look at this as the Asian side of our culture, because maybe we don't pay attention to it. There's a demand in the Asian community for that product.
But
And
what's more important is that maybe we should really start to cook this, season it up with some chicken and see how it tastes, mess. I really start getting into it because that's major food being wasted in Jamaica. You so massa?
absolutely. Just Google, if you go online and Google banana flour,
Mm-hmm.
or you'll see recipes. Like I say,
Mm-hmm.
it's just us that don't eat it.
Yeah, this is good education, Virgin.
Yeah,
This
man.
is really, really helpful. Oh wow. And then the shoot has so many different layers with the flowers in it,
Exactly.
and you could, wow. And I never heard many herbalists discussing the value and how to prepare it. And when you look at Google, yeah, we throw away. I mean, I've been farming since I was younger, and we just throw the stuff away. We don't even bother to give to the pigs or anything. you
Yeah,
know.
but and you know this, that most, and you said this, that food retain the most nutrition when it's raw, right?
Yes.
But again, we cook everything. I
Yeah.
mean, and some of us, I mean, more than cook, we murder the food, because
Yes. Yes.
I mean, we cook it till all the nutrients come out of it,
It should
and
have
then
been. Yeah.
we take that water, right, and we dash that way,
Yeah.
right, and then we eat the.
It's it's a real. I think it's such a because the invention of the fire was accidental and it should have never been invented. To be honest with you, so think about it. it was just a lightning bolt or something that caused that fire to happen. And other than keeping us warm, we shouldn't have been cooking anything. Now
True.
here's the thing. There's this video. I'm Pottinger, so there's a famous cats video on Pottinger that I wanted to upload to the internet. He's famous for the study with cats and cooked meat versus
Hmm.
raw meat. And it changed a lot of people idea on health and being vegetarian. So I want to upload that video to our countrymen and women because the meat, when you cook it, it shows that it degrades the future generation of the actual cats was actually dysfunctional based on cooked meat as opposed to raw meat, which we shouldn't eat. But the point is, cooking is actually a bad thing. I was with Jabless and, we were talking and, you know, I was saying, just put it under the sun and make it cook. You see me?
Yeah, yeah, I believe that 100%.
So
And
this is so good. We move to a future. We have to really assess a lot. Jamaicans are getting smarter. Them have Google now. Before you couldn't tell them.
and yeah, it take a lot of discipline to get out of that mode because
Hmm.
it's been ingrained in us,
Yeah.
again culturally and all kind of ways that
What do
here's
you
how you.
What do you think we should call this show? Banana Madness.
Yeah, it's beyond madness.
This is
It's
this is true. This is Banana Madness. I gotta
it's
put this in the episode. Once we're done, I'm just gonna upload it right away, man. This is
yeah,
crazy. I've
and
never seen this.
somebody should call the I don't know, Department of Agriculture or
Agriculture
whatever
and
in
send them this
Jamaica.
video.
Yeah, because I mean they can even look at from a national level. Maybe if they don't export it to the U.S., fine, export it to one of the Asian countries that do use it that may not be in a tropical region. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, and like I say, I know it's being imported in this country
Mm-hmm.
because it's in the grocery store around the corner from me, just like other fruits and from I
Yeah.
mean
I,
yam and
yeah.
breadfruit and
I think Jamaica, the level of ignorance in our country and the media is solely responsible for not really producing programming. How many television stations do we have in Jamaica? I think two,
it used to be two, but right now I think it's more than that. Probably around five by
five,
now. Yeah, I think it's about five.
and most of it is I don't know because I don't see much. I don't know. I'm not there, so I don't want to cast any judgment. But stuff like this, and I don't know. I gotta.
Listen. Jamaican TV, radio is mostly entertainment. It's not even just Jamaican, it's globally. It's just for distracting you, right?
Mhm.
So, yeah, there may be exceptions where, yeah, there's a real program on that's trying to really help you.
Yeah,
But in general, it's about making money. And the way they make money is through entertainment, not education.
and I
So,
noticed that the media companies that owns the cell towers, they make more money from these poor people selling data for the internet, so people can't really learn online. You know, I went to Botswana, same thing. You get $200 a month around average, and it's
mm,
$50 a month for Wi-Fi. So how do you live with $150?
it's the most oppressive system. Um, it's crazy.
You see,
You
these
know,
this is the kind of things where I want to have JGL people start putting containers inside ghettos and rural areas and giving them free internet access. You know what I mean?
right, that should be free.
Yes.
It's the whole idea of us paying now for, remember, I don't know if you recall how old, well, yeah, you 10 years younger than me, but back in the day, anything communication
Mm-hmm.
except for your phone was basically free. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
So you turn your radio on, it was free. You turn
Yeah.
your TV on, it was free.
Yeah.
Your phone bill might have been something remedial,
Mm-hmm.
unless you call in long distance.
Mm-hmm.
But the point was, they wanted you to be able to communicate, and people wanted to communicate to you.
Mhm.
You shouldn't have to pay for somebody to market to you. It's crazy. You know,
Wow.
you turn your TV on and somebody's marketing to you, and you're the one
And you're
paying
not
them
learning
to do
much
that.
about farming or,
Exactly.
yeah.
They selling you stuff.
So the alternative for us for the next 10 years is really to start. We have to come together. Let's say, I started everything in Manchester, and we have to, I want to take my grandmother's mission house, turn it into a digital library, but have free Wi Fi access to certain learning channel on YouTube, or start having computers locally download content, turn the Wi-Fi off, and have them come in there and watch those content. Because what you find is in these countries, they don't have the data to stream constant learning, so they they're not keeping up with today's knowledge base across the world, and
And that,
so
and
our people are going to be stuck in a
yes,
time education warp as the world is advancing, right?
that's correct. And not only that, but even for the ones who have access, there's so much information out there that you're overwhelmed. You're literally, if you're not careful,
Yes.
you just all over the place, right?
Wow.
And that's strategic too. If I put you in a library and you don't know where to find things, or you're not disciplined about how and what you read, then you're all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
So the information is good as it's out there, but it needs to be packaged in such a way that, it's kind of like me teaching you math. If you
Mm-hmm.
start in the middle, you don't really get it.
Mm-hmm.
You need
Mm-hmm.
to really start from the ground level and work your way up.
Now,
The same thing with information.
give me a first name again.
My first name is Herman.
Herman. Now, where
Yeah.
in Jamaica you from?
I was born in St. Anne's.
St.
Um,
Anne's.
uh, you think you're from the bush? I'm from the bush, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. Outside of Brownstown.
Brownstone. Yes, I've heard about it. I've passed through.
Exactly, and that's the city for me.
Uh huh.
So if you leave Brownstown and keep going towards another little town called Alexandria,
Mm-hmm.
actually, you know what? Most people know where Bob Marley came from. An area called 9 Mile.
Yes.
Well, I'm 2 miles from there in a little district by the name of Lime Tree Garden.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And you go back frequently?
No, I haven't been home in 10 years. I plan to go down there hopefully soon, but it's been a good while.
So you have family here in the States?
Yeah, my immediate family are here, but I have uncles, aunts, and cousins and so forth back home.
You say Virginia, right? That's where you are?
Yeah,
How is it there for Jamaican population?
where you were in Virginia?
No, do you have a lot of
Oh,
Jamaicans
the
where you
Jamaican
live?
population. Well, yeah, I'm close enough to Washington D.C., where there's a significant amount of Jamaican. But
Mm-hmm.
you could say we're in the suburbs of Washington D.C.
Mm-hmm.
So, although there are quite a few Jamaicans, it's not huge.
Next time you come on the program, I like your level of competency. Many Jamaicans I talk to, they don't have your calm pace. What's your spirituality? Where do you get your calm demeanor from?
I'd have to credit that to my grandmother.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, that comes from my grandmother.
Okay, so it's easy, relax, or maybe the system has beaten you up so much.
No, you know what else? Old age will do that to you too. You get to a certain point in your life where you start to, how you say, temper everything. You don't go too high, too low.
You're conserving energy trying to get to 100.
Exactly. You got it.
This is good, man. This was a good insight, bro. You called me, you text me. I resurrected the phone. I got the image out, and I think the people are going to love this. Herman, you got to keep finding information. You could be my informational guy. Yo, Randy, check this out. Let's talk about this. Anything you want to talk about, you feel it's important, bro. We have a platform now. You're part of the team.
Yeah, man.
I welcome people to be independent programmers. I can't do everything. I can't do the film, the
Yeah.
shows, the programming, direct. Yeah, I can't do it all. And
But
I,
don't worry yourself. I think, like I said, what you're doing is positive, and
hmm
you keep making the call. It's gonna come together eventually because it's a
hmm
positive thing.
yes,
And Jamaica is going through a renaissance, and things are, in at least economically, will move up. But the bigger thing is what you mentioned is our people in general, globally,
hmm
right? Um, that we really need to work on a goal where
yeah,
everybody can go towards because we are all over the place, man.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
We're all over the place as a
If we
people.
could just buy one donkey for Patrick, it's only like $750. So
There you go.
that's one of the first goals. Get a mule for Baba, a donkey for Patrick, then we get a minibus, then we set up one container with free Wi-Fi. Then we
Right,
have the nurses patching in and the engineers patching in to inspire the kids remotely. And we pay for the internet. We got a new blueprint for the future of the entire country. You know,
right. And
we
I see Pokey got her wheels.
yes, sir.
So, you know, so again, the key I think for you is to just try to be more focused
hmm
because people hear all these ideas and they get excited.
hmm
But I think again, I'm generalizing,
hmm
but our people, we again, I'm generalizing, but we're just all over the place as a
Yes,
as
yes,
a as a people. We need to really
yes.
make a concerted effort to focus our effort,
hmm
whatever it is that we're doing,
hmm
in order to accomplish it and
Yes.
chip away at it, and think generationally
Yes.
as well.
hmm
Think large and think generationally.
Initially, we had this Google Doc, and I haven't had the time to had the meeting again with our think tank. We did a
Hmm.
live show, and now I find um we did a live show, and we were supposed to make a list of ideas and keep growing in that route. Find myself busy editing stuff. Busy, I get about 20, 30 calls a day now that I've
I
given up
understand.
my number. So I'm
I
finding
understand.
that sometimes me take on too much me can't true. It's something I
Yeah,
say.
yeah, man. And like I say, you don't want to um spread yourself too thin because then you end up not accomplishing anything,
Yeah.
right?
hmm
So again, I want to encourage you, not discourage you,
hmm
but just try to find that
Balance. hmm
one or three things, and focus on those, and then move to the next.
Yeah.
That way, you don't get overwhelmed.
What we did find when we started off with Norway,
Hmm.
and the focus started to be Patrick and Baba,
Right.
to we kind
Was
of
it?
I created a circumference around Norway first,
Right.
right? We worked on a place to rent for people to come visit, and for Baba to cook for them. And then we wanted to get the two donkeys. Then we wanted to start off with the little center there with digital. Start with my back home first. Start with my backyard since me deal with the thing.
Yeah, man. Take care home.
And then after that would prove successful, we contacted a pastor in Kingston, and he said, "Sure, I would be okay with taking three churches, the congregation, to plant food, in Baba's place or someplace least, and bring the
Hmm.
food to the poor people in Kingston." Then I spoke to a couple of guys who are going to go down farm later on, and they're going to start shipping out yams directly from Norway to Negril. So,
Right. I saw that.
what I
That.
do when I speak of these ideas, not so much for me, what I try to offload the ideas to people who are in those sectors so
Right.
they could manage multitasking and creating that network that they could manage and do things
Absolutely.
without me.
Absolutely.
So what you find is Pokino has links with pig farmers. So the network is building, and
Hmm.
whenever there's a call for something, you know, we just ignite that part of the network.
Nice.
So it's the ideas we've discussed and seeing the film. We're integrating the story of the film with the people who watch the film. I spoke to so many different people with so much land, and then you have people who want to lease land. So I try to tie them together. And for the viewers who are watching this, remember, you could also comment on the YouTube and leave your email address to for people. Hey, anybody have any lands to lease? And it's a network, and the
Right, right.
communication is on the thread for the YouTube. So it seems like we've built a little village here.
Yeah, man, and it's tremendous, and that's all it takes. Because sometimes you have to start out small
Yeah.
and build out to what exactly that it is that you want. So it's nothing wrong with your methodology or how you're going about it.
The
You just want
beautiful
to,
thing I like about what you've ignited here with your interest, hey Randy, we should discuss this. It's that organic production.
hmm
I studied media for years, and I knew that there would come a time where there's no production manager, there's no director. That just like how we have the thread of YouTube discussions, that people will just come together and start building content that's applicable to the subject matter. You see what I say?
right, exactly,
And this is growing in that organic way,
exactly.
in so many different ways. So this show is a prime example of some you taking the initiative to say, yo, Randy, check this out. This is important to the people. You should spotlight this. And I really appreciate this, Virgin. Keep me
Yeah, man, no
informed.
problem.
Really appreciate it, my lord. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
So, signing out, this is 31 minutes education about banana and all the different parts of the banana we could be profiting from. This is another innovative idea from a viewer out there um, that showed us a new vision for our country, a way to monetize and export. See Latal from a virgin, give some shout out, say something to the people, sign out for me.
Yeah, man. Like I said, Jamaica is progressing, so I think we should continue to look to improve and educate ourselves. Again, we have a global market opening up to the world, and Jamaica is in an excellent position to take advantage of that. So, looking at things from an economic perspective, we can only do good if we do good. So, we're saying we want to make Jamaica look positive, so we should continue to push that and strive for the best for our next generation, and
Blessings.
that's it.
I want to have you frequently on the program. So you have to just be a program director in your own right. Text me anytime, bro, and we'll
Uh,
just run the show, whatever you need to talk about.
yeah, man. Big up, Randy.
Respect.
All
Give
right.
thanks.
Later.